All right. Hello, everyone. I just want to put something out there right out in front that makes me angry. And the reason why I am angry is because a lot of people that frankly don't know what they're doing has lost a lot of money on GameStop over the last couple of days. All right. This guy like Roaring Kitty or Hello Kitty or whatever the hell his name is, people held this guy like, oh, he's this like great, whatever visionary. There was even a stupid article in the journal today comparing him to Warren Buffett. This guy probably loaded the boat on GameStop and then got on YouTube, talked it up, and he probably sold it to the same people that he's telling to buy. I mean, I can't prove that, but it would not surprise me. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to check out my videos the last couple of days where I talk about GameStop. And speaking as someone who is literally, no kidding, real life, I was an actual market maker for 2 years. Okay. Literally, no kidding, real life. I was a head of trading at 3 different money managers where I oversaw the trading of probably 12 or 15 different hedge funds. So if people that are professional traders in the hedge fund industry are trading against this, I mean, these are easy trades, and that would fall under the realm of what we call proprietary trading. It's very different than being a market maker. The market makers aren't going to get involved in this, contrary to what everyone thinks. And the long-term buy and hold hedge funds, or institutional funds, they're not going to get into it. But if I was a proprietary trader, I mean, you can't get trades that are easier than this. The thing flies open or flies at the open and reverses. It's been the same thing, not just over the last couple of days, but check out the last like year. Here, massive move higher, reversal. Massive move higher, reversal. Massive move lower, reversal. Massive move high, massive moves. Massive move higher. This is my guess is this is going to keep going down. All right, and I wouldn't be surprised if by next week this is right back to where it started. It's gone full circle. Same thing with AMC. I mean, this is kind of ridiculous. The company comes out and says, all right, well, we're going to do an offering of stock at 345. If a company offers stock, they're selling stock to the public. If they're selling, it means they think it's a good price to sell at. They're not selling because they think the price is going up. All right. So if the management of this company thinks that 345 is a good place to sell, it's a little ridiculous for people to go out there, in my opinion, and pay, $10, $11. Notice how yesterday, I mean, it opened at the high and it closed at the low. It's your classic bad action, right? Got back to the support level. There tends to be support at former support levels because there's a lot of people who sold back here and they thought it was like the right thing to do when the price went lower, but then it blasted off and they're like, oh, man, I made a mistake. If I can, I'm going to buy my AMC shares back, but only if I can get them at the same price I sold them at. So remorseful sellers from here, placing sell orders over here is why we found some support there yesterday, but today it just broke. So please, 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 please. One of the reasons why I decided to teach is because I don't want to see people get ripped off because of either they're not experienced, they don't know what they're doing, or maybe they're listening to some uh, advice or whatever that's maybe not ethical or not good. So anyway, please just check out what I talked about. The thing about this is you don't want to have a short position overnight though. And when I say short, I mean holding puts. Do not short this stock. I don't think anyone in the retail community should ever short a stock, especially something like this, because if what I can never remember the guy's name. Was it Hello Kitty or Fuzzy Kitty or Roaring Kitty? All right, that's what it is. Um, he could come out tonight and say something, and we could have a big move. But generally, these stocks get overdone and they reverse. Now let's go talk about the S&P. I find this kind of quite remarkable that the market's ripped higher here because it's going up on this kind of notion that their Fed is going to be doing these rate cuts. How are you going to do rate cuts when you have so much inflation? Chairman Powell himself even said there's going to be no rate cuts. So people are buying this based on the fact that they think there's going to be a rate cut. Excuse me. I don't think there is. Inflation is out of control. If they cut rates, it's just going to get higher. We looked at the service sector. Inflation is up 5.8% last month alone. Okay, just a month. Manufacturing sector, inflation's up. Or I'm sorry, I said inflation. I should say prices. So services prices are up 5.8% in 1 month. Manufacturing prices are up 5.1% in 1 month. Copper. Let me just actually bring that chart up here. We're going into serious inflation here. Copper. This is a great indicator of inflation. If we go from the low in February to where we are now, it's up 33%. If we take a look at wheat, look at this. This is ripping too. Corn, I think rice, soybeans, this stuff is all up. And if you think you're paying a lot of money now at the grocery store, just wait for a month or two. All right. So here's what we want to focus on over the next couple of days to see if this is some kind of a false breakout or if we're going to get a quick reversal. All right. When markets are moving higher, price levels that were resistance convert into support. You can see a really good example of that in Berkshire Hathaway. You know what? Let me bring that up. Berkshire Hathaway. Now let's just go back here, right? Just kind of going back in time a little bit. Notice how when a market is moving higher, price levels that had been resistance convert into support, right? Resistance down around here becomes support here. This is a reflection of seller's remorse. In an up market, you have seller's remorse. It's pretty simple to figure out. People sell and the market keeps going higher. So when the price comes back, remorseful sellers say, if I can buy it at the same level that I sold at, I'm going to. So if you have enough of these remorseful sellers, what was resistance can turn into support. Like here, resistance here, support here, resistance here, support here, resistance here, support here, resistance back here, support here. All right. And then when you get to the top, when resistance does not become support, that shows you that the seller's remorse kind of isn't a factor anymore. And these are the characteristics of something that is at a top. So in terms of SPY, over the next few days, we just got to watch this. If this price level 523 here, or which was the resistance, converts into support over the next couple of days, there's a good chance it sets the stage for another move higher. If it doesn't, this could come right back in and could be what we call a false breakout, which in and of itself is a good move, a good signal, good contrarian signal. All right. And then I guess just before I go here, I really just want to talk to you people mostly about this GameStop and this meme stuff. I mean, it's good for me in ways because it's going to get me a lot more students, which is what I want. But it's a high price to pay to learn that you really just shouldn't guess and you should know what you're doing. So Microsoft, biggest stock in the market here, this 1417 or 417 level has been important. So we'll see if this converts into support. And then before I go, I think a critical thing to watch was over here. All right. This is the bond market. This is actually an ETF of a basket of bonds. Notice how it has rallied and it slammed into this price level around 92. Support converts into resistance. This is the opposite of seller's remorse. This is buyer's remorse. People buy and then the price eventually goes lower. And a lot of them say, I made a mistake. If it gets back up to my buying price and I can get out at break even, I'm going to. So remorseful buyers placing sell orders can convert the level from support into resistance. Now, a lot of times when the markets get to resistance, they sell off. Resistance is a large group of sellers. And sometimes some of the sellers start to get anxious and they start to undercut each other. Other sellers see that, they do the same thing, and you get this snowball effect that pushes the price down. If the price of bonds goes lower, interest rates go higher. So right here could be really important to watch over the next few days. So please check back, all right? Because we cover this stuff pretty much every day. We got a morning call. We have exclusive content for our members. We put out a lot of content anyway, but there's exclusive content for our members. Please check out my GameStop videos. And thanks, everyone. Hopefully, you can make some. These are good markets to make money in. So hopefully, you can be in that position. All right. Thanks, everyone. See you soon.